Let's face it, the image of Pakistanis in this country and Muslims generally, but in particular Pakistanis, is not great. The silence of the people who are progressive Muslims, who are progressive Pakistanis as me, has not helped the situation. They are hostile. I can't lie about this. They are hostile to the Western way of living. British Pakistani culture, of course, Pakistani people in the UK, there's a spectrum of people from all different walks of life. You've got the more educated ones coming over as well. You've got the less educated ones coming over. And of course, your route will determine how you're going to behave in this country. That's what I feel. So, yes, we have a spectrum of people, but if you're going to invite in this country the people from the lower end of the spectrum, which are making up the majority of the spectrum, i.e., the people who already come from the more of the uncivilized areas of Pakistan, you're going to have issues, right? Because those people were likely troublemakers in Pakistan, and those troublemakers have come here. So you've inherited the problem and you've brought it here. So I think what saddens me is sadly that I feel that obviously when the British colonized, the people who did colonize and who were living in, for example, India at the time before the partition, they should have been aware of the differences in the tribes because it's a very, very big land and then everyone's not the same in terms of the even the cultural practices. Sadly, for some reason, when Britain opened its doors to migrants, especially from Pakistan, it let in, I feel, the wrong type of people, and they should have known better. So I think we've started off on the wrong foot, and now we it's gonna I think it's gonna be almost impossible for us to get ourselves out of this unless we halt migration and sort the issue that we have in this country right now. Because what's happening is those people that have come in from those particular areas of Pakistan, and like I say, those people are making up the majority of the Pakistani population in this country. They're then they're doing the cousin marriages, inviting more and more people of the same type into this country, and you're getting a snowball impact. That's only going to get worse. So my understanding of my experience of the Pakistani community is that mostly they are hostile. I can't lie about this. They are hostile to the Western way of living. They are difficult to manage. They are living in their little bubble. They don't want to necessarily integrate. Some of the children who've bothered to educate themselves have gone on and are doing well, but sadly, they are not a fair representative of the whole community, right? I wish they were like people like me, but they're not. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. And I feel like the silence of the people who are progressive Muslims, who are progressive Pakistanis as me, has not helped the situation. And we've come to a point where being silent is no longer okay because the problems aren't going to go away. People are getting too annoyed. So I'm coming from this community in terms of race and religion, and I feel like it's my duty and obligation to speak up because I've got two children and I worry. I worry about if I don't speak up in 10 years' time, what's going to happen? Because let's face it, the image of Pakistanis in this country and Muslims generally, but in particular Pakistanis, is not great. Now, when I know that, if I'm going to keep my mouth shut, in 10 years' time, my son's going to grow up and my daughter's going to grow up, it's going to impact them. So I feel like I need to do something. I need to be proactive in helping them see the light. And hopefully, I'm hoping that if I can initiate some sort of change, and I may be one spark, but that may be enough to start, I don't know, a whole chain reaction of things, basically. And what I'm hoping is by the time my children are bigger, very selfishly thinking about my kids, but I'm a mother, so you know, I feel like hopefully in the next decade we can try to sort things out. If we can't do it, it's going to be too late, and I don't want this kind of stuff to impact my children, to be honest. So the Pakistani community do need to sort themselves out. The way the country Pakistan operates is not the way we operate here. They need to integrate, it's not the other way around. What you need to understand about the country Pakistan is majority of the people there are Muslims. It's their way or it's the highway. That's what they're used to. They're not used to hearing people with different opinions. They're not used to diversity in thought. There are blasphemy laws. You say anything remotely, even if you're not even doing blasphemy, people get falsely accused. Like it's normal there. They've got the mob mentality there. Like it's normal for people to just to get lynched. A group
So I've seen it on YouTube. Yeah.
a group of people will come and they will lynch you, and then they don't even care if they've heard you say anything that's blasphemy. If someone has said that you said it, that's it, that you're gone, basically. And blasphemy's been used several times to just pick on people. You know, if you've got any kind of dispute with them, just get rid of them, basically. So this is a type of mentality of the people here. And yes, in Pakistan, you know, ch anyone who under the anyone who's reached puberty would be seen as an adult, basically. Not a complete adult, but as in, so over here in this country, obviously we've got the age of 16. In their mind, that doesn't mean anything. And I've seen this behavior when I've gone Pakistan several times where, someone's 13, 14 years old and you're flirting with them, like old men, like 30-year-olds are flirting with them. They've got relationships with 14-year-old girls. Like it's normal there. And sadly, a lot of children who are born in the UK are in denial. And they are in denial because when they have gone Pakistan with their British passports, with the pounds in their pockets, and they've gone with the British accents, the Pakistani community over there have sucked up to them because they're greedy. Generally, they're quite greedy. And so they've had an amazing experience of Pakistan. No one's calling them the PAKI word. Everyone, they can speak in the language without anyone discriminating against them. Actually, although they would not be classified as the upper class in UK, but when they go Pakistan, because they've got money, the pounds, they're treated very well, and that feels good because it feels good to them. They think there's nothing wrong going on there. There's nothing bad, especially if you're a man, right? If you're a man and you're going there, boy, born here. So they haven't necessarily been exposed to the full experience of Pakistan. They've only been shown what they needed to see in order to like it. There are very few people who understand actually the reality of being in Pakistan, being there. And the reason why this is important is because the mentality, do our values align with the Pakistani people? No. The issue I have is we are allowing, and it's mostly actually native white indigenous people, the people on the left, who have allowed this to happen and who are continuously inviting more people who don't share our values. I personally don't care what religion you come from, what your color of your skin is. I care about your values, right? They don't have our values. They just don't. And I don't want to waste my time trying to educate these people who don't see anything wrong with the behavior. And the way they try to justify it is that, oh, they use the left-wing narrative to help justify and continue their behavior. So then I feel like, okay, they do have a point, right? Who's really to blame then? Is it the white indigenous population on the left who's allowing this, right? Because they're still in the majority, or is it the Pakistani people? So I feel like we've set ourselves up for this to happen to us. We're setting ourselves up to be exploited, and there will be predators out there who come from uncivilized backgrounds who are going to take advantage. And this is a circular thing that is going around and around. So I feel like if we keep doing the same thing, it's a sign of madness. Let's try something different. We need people from the community like myself from speak up to show other people, look, it's okay. You know, okay, you're blaming someone who's white to being racist toward you. Why am I racist? I'm the same race as you. So if you can't listen to them and you're playing the victim card and Islamophobia card and racism card, here I am. At least listen to me, right? I'm trying. I don't want to harm. I don't want the community to be harmed. I want good for you guys because I'm part of the community in terms of race and religion. So I'm hoping that if they don't hear someone who is of a differing race and religion, at least they'll try to listen to someone like me. And if they're not willing to listen to me as well, then God help us all, I would say.